How does a pirate travel on land? In a scallywagon. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Wednesday, and welcome back to the never-ending Punch-Out playthrough. I hope you're doing well tonight. I'm pretty tired tonight, so my confidence is lower than last time, but I'm gonna try my best. We're gonna try and do. Ideally, we'd do at least 3 runs through Punch-Out. We may or may not play Dragon's Lair. We're going to see how much steam I have when we get to about 3 hours from now. And see if I have strength left to keep going for Dragon's Lair. But we're definitely going to play Punch-Out. So thank you for being here. I hope you're well today. And welcome in Dead Zergling, Zeril, Kiera Mel, Lucent Jelly, Sensation, Master Tuesday, Happy Tuesday, Uncle Muscles, Chozo Brain. We've got a packed house tonight. Welcome in, my friends. Welcome in, lurkers, as well. Yeah, I've been playing Punch-Out. I've been playing Punch-Out the last 3 streams. I picked it up again on Sunday and had a really good run with it. So I played it yesterday and tied I got a new PB on Sunday, and last night I tied it. I actually exceeded it by a little bit, but I still haven't defeated Tyson, but I've survived almost to the end of round 3. I almost made it to the decision, which I probably would have lost, but just to make it there would have been nice. But we shall see. Let me just scroll through the chat real quick. Dragon's Lair with no A button. Now that would be a feat. Is Frownie warming up to clear Hazy Maze Cave in half an A press with the Scuttlebug Jamboree? Well, I know what Hazy Maze Cave is, but you lost me with the rest of that Tuesday. Thank you for the 340 stream watch streak, Zergling. 25 off from 365. Not sure how I haven't missed one by now. I'm very glad you haven't. Just watching the Super C VOD. Thank you for checking that out, Uncle Muscles. I watched a streamer throw a chair because of Punch-Out on Wii. Oh. I hope it doesn't do that to me. Joke incoming. Pirates can't drive on land. It's against the law, Tuesday says. They get arrested. Oh, that's way better than my joke. Bort Jams, welcome in. Hope you're well. Kasari Gama, welcome in. Great to have you with us. Hope you are well as well. Remember to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. That's from Dodgeball. The thing about that joke in Dodgeball is that comes from, like, they're watching, like, the old, like educational reel about, like, how to play Dodgeball, and it gives you that advice. But at the beginning of that segment, they say, brought to you by the ADAA, the American Dodgeball Association of America. It's the same joke. They use the same joke twice back to back there, so that really flattens that for me. They should have picked one. They overindulged. Little Mac is going to run out of ears if I see Tyson too much. Oh no. Doing good. I was having some internet problems. But now it's all fixed. Glad to hear that it's all fixed. Alright, let's press some buttons. Did you ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender? I have not. I have seen exactly 0 minutes of any version of Avatar. And perhaps I'm worse off for it, I couldn't say. Oh. Greg Baldwin, the voice of Uncle Iroh, congratulated me on becoming an uncle. I mentioned it in his Twitch chat. Give me some wise words of wisdom. Well, congratulations, Sport Jams. And right on. Thank you for the 3-stream watch streak. Oh. I never remember what the best way to earn stars against Honda is, because I confuse Honda 1 and Honda 2 with each other. I mean, I don't know how to earn stars against hardly any of the fighters, but... Hey, Rocknick's welcome in. My A button works, you want it? I think I'm A-okay. Oh, it's too slow. Trouble is, most of the time, it doesn't seem like my B button works either. pink is in. This guy always looks like he's got a milk mustache when his mouth is open. I don't know if I've noticed that before. I'll have to keep a closer look when we get to Dawn 2. This is a couple years before the big like milk advertising push where they put up posters of celebrities with milk mustaches all over the place all the time, right? Let's go. That was fast. The crowd is a bunch of Mario clones, and it's just a musical? But they don't have any mustaches. I think there's one guy in the crowd with a beard. That's my favorite character in Punch-Out. I've been doing real bad with this fight lately. Back in the old days, it was all about drinking milk. Then we got lactose intolerant. Now it's about drinking water. I would be, I would be quite sad if I had to give up drinking milk. I guess I probably wouldn't, because I probably wouldn't have a point of reference for what I was missing out on, right? But as it is, I enjoy milk quite a lot. don't know why I keep forgetting to get stars when he does that. Just have so many bad habits. Stocking up my games on my external hard drive. I have 700 gigabytes of PlayStation 2 games. I mean, that sounds like a lot. How big is the average PlayStation 2 game, though, right? They're on a DVD. What's a DVD hold? 4 gigabytes? AAA games like 2 to 3 gigabytes. Flawless victory. That's a lot of games. $128 megabytes to 2 gigabytes. That's like the average size. Oh. Please stop. It's probably just Tetris. The 128 megabyte game. He was standing there so long, I thought he was going to ask you about an extended car warranty. Let's go. Um, Imagine how much worse it'd be if they ended up releasing Tetris and Mike Tyson Punch Out for the Kinect on the Xbox 360. I would love to play a Kinect version of Tetris. What would that even be like? You had to grab and physically rotate the pieces. That could be fun. Actually, that would probably make my wrists and forearms really sore. Connect the second piece of equipment that watches you play. Guess who came out with the first one? I don't know. Are we thinking about the iToy, or are you thinking about something even older? Yeah, yeah. I think my arms would be pretty tired pretty quick. Rob watches you play. I guess he does. But it kind of like in the same way that like the like Nintendo Light Zapper watches you play, right? I think they're essentially built off the same technology, right? You know, Rob watches the screen. The Kinect watches you. But I get your point. They came out at the same time, the Zapper and Rob. I would have guessed that Rob was older. But that would have been just a guess. I don't really know a whole lot about Rob. I just know he was essentially a marketing gimmick to get stores to carry video games after they were feeling nervous about being burned on Atari products. The deluxe NES package sold both, contained both items. That makes, I can see that. Do you have an Atari? I do have a 2600. I had one as a kid for a very brief window of time. Like, I don't even remember any of the games we had. I just remember having the machine. It was the one with, like, the fake wood grain on it. And we had those, like, tennis paddle controllers that you twist. But I don't remember a single game for it. But we had that in between the C64 and the NES. And at some point, like, it just disappeared after the NES after we got the NES. I don't know if my parents sold it or gave it away or what happened to it. I just know it vanished. But I have one now. I bought one. When did I get that? In like 2011 or 2012. I found a really good deal on one with a whole bunch of games, and started building up a collection for it. I don't play it on the stream very much because it's kind of difficult to get it to capture. Like if you look in my like YouTube archive at any of the Atari 2600 nights we've done, like the game footage is really it's bad even by my standards. The capture footage. That's saying something. Um, but the thing is, like, I always have so much fun with it when we do. Um, I feel like I don't think I'm alone. I feel like a lot of other people do, but I can really only honestly speak for myself that always underestimate the 2600. I always feel like I'm going to go into it. I always go into it feeling like I'm going to be like making the best of a rough situation when I play those games, but I always find something that really like just pulls me in. It turns out to be a lot of fun. A robot that keeps an eye on you and attempts to zap you when it notices you aren't looking. Don't turn your back on Rob. He's not content to remain player 2 forever. I have to go dig that up now? The Atari? I like, my favorite Atari 2600 game is Revenge of the Beefsteak Tomatoes. And not just because it has a super silly name. It's a pretty fun game. You play as a syringe and you have to collect 3 different colors to build a wall. It's better than it sounds though. I think part of having fun with Atari games though is you either have to be really into like points and high score, which I'm not, or you have to be like very like intrinsically motivated for playing games. Like you have to be like very strongly of the personality type that can see like a single screen game and be willing to like set the goal for yourself of like I'm gonna clear this board deathless and like set little challenges for yourself that you do just to see yourself do them. Um, because if you're like that, you can make your own fun with a lot of the games that are really simple. If you because if you play like you play NES games where like you want to like where like you're motivated by reaching the end of the game and like seeing credits as your reward, like you're not going to get that out of most Atari games, right? Most of them gotta just loop forever, so you either have to chase the score or you have to invent your own fun. Found one of ET. The capture's not that bad, but they're not all terrible. Sometimes I get it. Sometimes I get it to work okay, but like I think the night that we played Yar's Revenge is like basically unwatchable. So it's hit and miss. Sometimes I can get it to work, and sometimes I can't, and it'll be hit and miss. ET was an adventure. That game took me. ET took me 12 hours to beat, and that was really um that was the game that really got me like to start digging into playing trash games on the stream. If you love or if you hate whenever I play like janky broken shovelware, it's ET on the 2600 that was the birth of doing that. I think because when I beat around the time that I beat ET, um, when I was working on that, I just happened in a game store across a bunch of ET games on the Game Boy Color that I didn't know existed. And I was it blew my mind how many ET games there were, because there's three on the Game Boy Color, and then there's one on the Game Boy Advance, and then I found another one on the PlayStation. And so I was like, I had ET on my mind, and I saw those. I was like, I'm gonna buy these, and if I beat ET on the 2600, I'm gonna play every ET game and beat those on the stream. And then I did that, and then from then on, it was just like, just that was the gateway that opened the floodgates to so much trash. My physical copy of Shovel Knight Dig on PlayStation 5. I need to play that. Um, One of his super rare games has been shipped out. Right on. Yeah, there's one on the GBA. It's not good. I don't like it. Um, I miss the Game Boy streams. They were so much fun. I play Game Boy games all the time, board jams. They haven't gone anywhere. Powley, welcome in. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Fox, welcome in. How's Punch Out going? Pretty well. I'm up to Bald Bull 2. This is the first run of the night. So I'm still technically in warm-up mode, I guess. Knock him down. Little Mac is a boy in a game. If you're going to um, if you're gonna play an ET video game, I think that E.T. Escape from Planet Earth on Game Boy Color is probably the best one. It's kind of a top-down, I think it's kind of like a top-down, like, block-pushing puzzle game. As I recall, I think that's a fair way to describe it. But my favorite E.T. game is E.T. in the Cosmic Garden on the Game Boy Color. But that one's hard to recommend because it's very... because that one's very tedious and repetitive. And... so I don't think most people would like it as much as I do. But the one thing is, like, for E.T. and the Cosmic Garden, there's a trick. The game is all about cross-pollinating various alien flowers to make a complete collection of, like, every species. And there's a logic to how the flower system works that when I finally cracked the code of it, it was a very rewarding experience when my third eye opened and I saw through the game's code, and then from then on I could create any new flower I wanted with ease. Have you ever beat this game before? I have not, Pally. I have made it up to Mike Tyson several times. My current PB is 2 minutes and 30 seconds into round 3. So I've almost gone the distance and survived the final fight. I still think I would have lost it by the end. But no, this is technically still my first playthrough because I haven't survived the whole game yet. Last time I played on the Game Boy Color is Pokemon Blue. I play a lot of Game Boy games. Last Game Boy game. What was the last Game Boy game we played? It was probably the Grinch. Was maybe the last Game Boy Color game I played? And for Christmas last year. We play them pretty regularly. Getting all those flowers, then the Italian plumber comes and steals them all. Alright, Dawn 2. Oh, I guess, yeah, his upper teeth do kind of read as a milk mustache. Oh. That's what I thought he was doing. He fooled me. Let's go. I got a Game Boy Color just to see Pokemon Blue in color. I started Pokemon Blue on the big, like, gray brick Game Boy. Actually, I think I played the whole thing on that. I think I finished it before I got a Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy Color by the time Gold came out, though. Pretty sure. Pretty sure I played Gold on the Game Boy Color. I think I made an error. I think I knocked him down when I shouldn't have. Now I'm going to make this next round difficult for myself. It's difficult for sure. I've never played it myself, but I watched a friend beat it. It's a really good game. It is really tough though. GG's to your friend. I want to join that elite club of people who have beaten Punch-Out. I'm cautiously optimistic, but it is so difficult. I've never beaten Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Here's Frownie doing it with just one button, rubbing his skills in. I don't know. I don't know if I can beat Tyson with just one button, but I can beat everyone else with just the B button. But no A button and no star punches. I've made it all the way up to Tyson like that. It's not Atari. You could use the other one. I could, but then I wouldn't be Frownie. I'm what they call a player with slow reflexes. I can relate to that. I'm a real slow learner is my biggest problem. It takes me ages to like notice patterns and have new ideas. The Mr. Sandman fight is probably my favorite fight in the game. It's like it's right there at that like level of challenge where it's really tough, but it's doable. Glass Joe and I have a lot in common. Takes me 5 business days to find out I'm already on the floor and I have to tap the button to get up. I feel like I am the KO on Glass Joe's record. Oh no. He got me. Alright, I think that's it. TKO. Hey, Arkanoid Addict, good to see you. Welcome in. Macho Man, I find to be, I feel like you got this tonight, Frownie. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Uncle Muscles. I, definitely like for that to be true. Macho Man is one of the, hardest, fights for me, because I really just have a tough time feeling the, timing on that, like, tornado spin that he does. It's a little slower than the timing on the Mr. Sandman's special attack. But just ever so slightly. And sometimes it goes on for so long. And he'll spin like a dozen times. I'm doing real bad. And the penalty for failure is so steep. You get sent back so far. TKO, let's go. Have a moment to calm my nerves here before we go into the Tyson fight. Oh, if I could just not get turned to dust in round 1, I'll be happy. So what you're supposed to do when you play this game, when you make it this far, what you're supposed to do is write down that password right there and use that to practice fighting Mike Tyson until you're good at beating him, and then play the whole game. But because I have a crippling commitment to being an absolute bonehead at every moment, I determined I was going to try and beat Tyson without ever using that password. And so I always come into this fight horrifically under-practiced. Oh. No. What a freeze frame. If we were to get a live-action CGI Punch-Out movie, who would be the best actor to play Little Mac? Well, if it's a CGI movie, it doesn't matter. It's not live-action then. It's computer animated. Oh, oh. All right. really haven't figured out what to do about those jabs at the beginning of round 2, as you can see. Oh no. Hey VHS, good to see you. Yeah, we got it. I got his health. Alright, I need to focus up. Oh no. Oh no. I'm dead. Alright, well, not bad for the first attempt of the night. Not bad for the first run. I've got to remember to be on my guard at the beginning of round 2 so I don't get obliterated by that series of jabs that he likes to do. I need to come into round 2 focused. My bottle of water, that's just for the 3rd attempt. If I make it to Tyson 3 times, I drink the water before the 3rd attempt. That's what worked on Sunday and Tuesday, so don't mess with success. From the top. Started really strong. Yeah, I don't think I got knocked down at all in round 1, right? I got hit a couple times, but I don't think I fell down. I probably would have survived round 2 if I just remembered to defend myself better at the start of the round. That put me, like, taking all those hits early, like, really discombobulated me. TKO. I got my bottle of water at the ready, though. I remember to bring one down. Oh. Oh, I lost both my stars. It's ironic, right? That when you get punched, that's what makes your stars go away, because like usually when you get punched is when you start to see stars. punched way too early. uh... My fist got there a month before he did. TKO. Easy every time, isn't it? Usually. It's actually harder to fight the first couple guys after I've fought Tyson because I'm so thrown off by how slow they are. Like once you get used to the guys at the end of the game moving so fast, coming back to the slow guys is really jarring. KO. I got a 1cc in the game, but I had a lot of practice on Tyson beforehand. If I beat Tyson, it'll probably be a 1cc, because I usually make it to him without a failure now, but not always. Sometimes I fail against Macho Man and have to do the last 3 twice. But more often than not, I'm making it to him without a loss at this point. If I get a decision win against Tyson, then I might use the password to practice him until I can do a KO or a TKO, and then run the whole game for a 14 knockouts run. I don't know that this will become a game that I will replay regularly though. Because ever since I beat Battletoads, like I like to replay Battletoads a couple times every year so that I can stay kind of sharp at it. Wow, I messed that up real bad. That's the first time I messed that up in a long time. This game, once I beat it, I think I'll probably become too rusty too quick to keep it. I think it'll be too much of an effort to keep sharp at it. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be the longest fight ever. I'm doing everything wrong. Let's go. Freedom. There's a lot of blundering there. Hey, Greg, great to see you. Welcome in. We're on run number 2, Greg. I made it up to Tyson, and I had a stellar round 1 with Tyson. It was really good. And then I fell apart in round 2. So we're on our way back there now. We're almost halfway there. Hope you're doing well, my friend. That's no good. I'll get it eventually. I'm feeling more confident. I had a lot of really bad nights with Punch-Out last month. That made me quit playing it for a while because I was just doing so bad every night that it didn't feel worth it anymore. But Sunday and yesterday this week were both really good. Sorry. I'm kind of extra sleepy tonight. I should have had more time to nap today than I usually do, but dinner took longer than I anticipated, so I actually ended up getting less time. I got lucky there. That last punch missed. That probably should have hit me. There's not going to be a stream tomorrow night, but I am going to try and stream on Friday. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but I'll let you know in the Discord. I'm probably just going to wait until Friday to decide what I feel like. There's a good chance it'll be more Punch-Out. Hey, BBF, welcome in. You've got this? Not really gonna let Natto be better than you at something, are you? Oh, Natto's better than me at a lot. But there's something to be said for friendly rivalry. Okay, that's part of why it's a third try exclusive Zergling. Because yeah, I don't think I can handle a full bottle of water every time I see Tyson. That BRB image would start to get burned into people's screens. Aw. Every time I earn the star, I just turn around and lose it. Thank you for the 3 stream watch streak, Greg. Frownie 100% has Natto beat on pointless suffering. I mean... I can't claim that I wear the crown when it comes to pointless suffering, but I think my credentials as a member of the royal bloodline are undeniable. The police wrote King of Pain about Agent Frownie. I'm tired, Doc. I'm not sure if that's something to be proud of, but okay. Alright, that was a slow Honda fight. All the way into round 3. Only police songs I know are their two biggest hits, Every Breath You Take and Roxanne. Yeah, I've probably heard King of Pain, but I can't hear it in my, like, mental jukebox. I know those other two, somewhat well. Like, I couldn't recite all the lyrics, but I can hear their most distinctive parts in my memory. Maybe for me too. May have heard it, just don't know it by name. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of music like that for me. Esperosa, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a great night. We're having a very casual Punch-Out night, which is a way of saying that I'm playing kind of badly and all the fights are taking longer than they should. It was a great night to play a classic retro game while watching someone do the same. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I like to, before I started streaming, because now I don't really play games off stream, because it's like, well, if I have enough time to sit down and play a game, I have enough time to stream, and might as well have some company. So and also, like, in order to be free to do the stream, I have to, like, engineer my day so where I don't have free time to play off stream as well. But before I started streaming, I would love to have a stream up while I played a game myself. When I first started using Twitch, it was during the year when Super Mario Brothers 35 was a thing, and so I would get up in the morning and I would find someone streaming Mario 35, and I would hang out with a stream of that playing in the background while I did an hour or two of that game, pretty much every morning. That was kind of my morning routine. Playing Pokemon Crystal for Game Boy Color. Right on. I don't know what that's in reference to, Sensation. Are you ending the stream? No, not at all. Only once did I ever match with the streamer that I was watching when I played Mario 35. It happened only one time, and I beat him. It was very satisfying. That sounds great. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. It was funny because I didn't know I was matched with him. Um, but when you fail out, when you failed out in the game, then you could spectate the other players that were still going. And I figured out that we had been matched together because after he lost, he was spectating on the couple of us that were still left, and I heard him comment on what I was doing because I was stuck at the beginning of World 4-1 for a while, those two blocks that are on top of each other, and there was like a million Lakitus. And so I was trying to clear away some of the Lakitus and some of the Spinies so that I could get off that block and start making progress again. But there was just so many, I was overwhelmed, so I was stuck there for a while. And while I was dealing with that situation, I heard the streamer say, "Oh, look at this guy. He's just grinding out Spinies." And I was like, "Wait a minute. Could it be?" And so after the match, I won that match, and then afterward I went and rewound his stream to see, and sure enough, we'd been paired together. It was me that he had zoomed in on. So that was fun. Oh. So if you want to do a pure left-hand only playthrough, Bald Bull 2 is the hardest opponent because you can only knock him down when he does the charge. Any advice to counter the bull rush from Bald Bull? I wish I had something I could say. It's just something I kind of have a feel for. I kind of push the button when like the top of his shorts like come level with the top of Mac's head. It's right about there that I push the button, but it's really just something that I've practiced for so long that I kind of do it unthinkingly. Blocking doesn't count toward right-hand use in Frownie land. No. Though I have thought about eliminating it and just doing a dodge to the left. I don't count the blocking because it's a passive activity. Well, because it's a defensive activity. It's not really passive, but it's more passive than throwing a punch. TKO. That was not a bad Dawn 2 for me. We're getting close. Oh, you ducked something. Welcome in. Thank you for the 3-stream watch streak. Cool. Oh no. An odd dream involving Michelangelo and several other bad mutants. Bad mutants are more evil looking than usual and doing nefarious deeds only Moloch would approve of. Oh, what am I doing? Pumpkin Tonberry, welcome in. Good to see you again. I feel like it's been a little while. I hope you've been well. Oh, well, thank you for stopping in. I hope that you sleep well and have a fantastic tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things turn around. Yeah, Echo's been on pause for a little while. I'm definitely going to finish it, but I just have been taking a little break from it while I focus on a few other games. But otherwise, yeah, been pretty well. Appropriately wise call on your behalf, yeah. Oh. Well, I will definitely get back to it if I can. If I can finish up Punch-Out and or Dragon's Lair and just get a couple of these things off my plate and off my mind. I think he knocked me down twice, so I'm not in a good position right now. Barring all the Eek the Cat, Punch-Out, and Dragon Slayer in the meantime, that's a good call. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about Eek either. Don't worry about that. If I beat Punch-Out and Dragon Slayer tonight, we'd be doing Eek on Friday, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm messing that up every time. Oh, and I'm dead. Well, that's awesome. Cool. Now I have to fight all these guys again. Oh. How awful. R.I.P. Dragon Slayer. Hey, Vance. Good to see you. Welcome in. If I used a PlayStation controller, there wouldn't be an A button to press. Does anyone make a PlayStation to NES adapter? That seems like a fairly niche object. I really don't like that the Xbox controller uses the same, like, A, B, X, Y as the SNES and other Nintendo controllers, but that they flip where they are. Like, if you're going to use the same letters, just put them in. You're using the same letters. You use them in a diamond shape. Just put them in the same place. Don't be different just to be different. And it's probably not the Xbox controller's fault. I think they copied that from the Dreamcast controller, which might have been from another Sega controller. I don't know, but I think they took that from Sega. But then still, whoever looked at the Super Nintendo controller and said, I'm going to use a diamond and the same 4 letters, but I'm going to use them in the wrong place. I don't like that person. What good is that belt? What? Just put a sticker on his controller and call it B2. Galaxy Brain Play. Hey, Tommy, great to see you. Is this about no A button? I missed out on some pretty big news, apparently. Oh, it's not really anything new. It's the way I've been doing Punch-Out for ages. I have an aggressively southpaw playstyle. I never use the A button when I play this game. It started by accident, but when the chat noticed it, then I decided just to lean into it real hard. Little Mac has two left hands. That would be convenient. I'm left-handed in real life, and I'm aggressively left-handed. There's exceedingly little I can do with my right hand. I started to realize that about myself when I had more than one person comment on the way that I handle my utensils when I eat something like a steak, where you need a fork and knife to cut it into pieces, because I'm constantly trading my utensils back and forth, hand to hand, so that whichever one is active at the moment, whichever one I'm actively using, will be in my left hand. You use your left hand to press the B button? I hold my controller upside down. I actually play my guitar in the right-handed style, but I think it makes more sense for a left-handed person to play in the right-handed style, because I think it makes more sense to have your smart hand on the fretboard. I find the fretwork to be like way more like to require much more precision than strumming or picking. But I'm also an incredibly mediocre guitarist, so you should definitely disregard any opinions I have on the instrument. Oh, finally. I almost feel like I should chug my bottle of water now because I don't know if I'm going to make it to Tyson a third time tonight. Alright, well, that's bad. Oh, why didn't I go for the other punch? Alright. Pretty mediocre round one. I can't stop using that word mediocre. I can't stop using the words aggressive and mediocre now. Rising up, back on the streets. Alright, gotta be ready to block at the start here. How many times did he do that? 8. A mediocre aggression t-shirt merch win. It's my alt account. Oh, yuck. I disagree. Round 3, that's my PB. We've tied it. I actually don't know how round 3 goes. I don't know if he starts with those jabs again. I know he does the jabs, but I don't know when he does them in the match. Hey, cows, welcome in. How goes the punching? Well, we're about to go back into round 3. We'll see how it goes. I had a little bit of a rough round 2. Not the worst, but could have been better. He's definitely going to knock me down. I hope I'm going to be able to get back up when he does. Don't tease me like that, game. Oh. Oh. No! Ah, rip. I'm dead. What a shame. Thank you for the vote of confidence, everyone. But it just didn't happen. Hey, Jingo, welcome in. Appreciate you joining us. Sorry you had to come into that crushing defeat. So close, but not quite. That's alright. I mean, you know. I still never beat Mike, but one day I will. I hope you do. I hope you do. I feel like I'm getting close. I feel like I'm getting close. We're going to go again. We're going to do another run. We're going to do one more run, and then we will play just a little bit of Dragon's Lair. Called Punch Out because the A button is out. A scroll lock. Gotta sleep. Just want to say I'm impressed that you made it to round 3 after a 30-minute marathon. Thank you, scroll lock. That's my third time. I think that's my third time surviving until round 3. I remembered to defend myself at the beginning of round 2. I just didn't do it long enough. So 8, I think it's 8 jabs at the start of round 2. Which, I mean, if my health is real low going in, then that knowledge isn't going to help me much. Alright, from the top. Made it to Piston Honda 2 when I played it on 3DS years ago. Not sure how far I can get if I give it a try again. It's definitely not Tyson. It's tough. I feel like when I first started playing this, that Bald Bull 1 was my first major roadblock. And then, I couldn't get past him for a long time. And then Soda Pop was a roadblock. And then Sandman, and then Macho Man. Like, those 4 were the ones I feel like where I was stuck the longest. Where I would just keep playing and couldn't beat them. That's not to say I first tried everyone else. It's just that these 4 were so tough that they kind of made me forget about everyone else. Yeah, I mean that's what was tough about him for me is working out the timing of that charge was really hard, and also because well when he does that charge he charges until he knocks you down. It was really hard to figure that out, and it was really hard to do it blind, just because I didn't know what was going on. My first roadblock was Von Kaiser, such a step up from Glass Joe. Didn't know how the game worked yet, thought it was cheating. There's definitely still like a lot of things. I know there's a lot that I don't know about the game. Corrupted, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Von Kaiser punches a lot more than Glass Joe. Let's go. Gonna go to sleep. Hope you sleep well, Scrowlock. Have a wonderful tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. I'm a real latecomer to Punch-Out too, though. I only played it for the first time about 2 years ago. I I might I might have sampled it for a few minutes at some point when I was a kid, but I never rented it, and I didn't have any good friends that owned it. So if I came across it, it would have been at the house of like some kid that I didn't know very well, that I like only hung out with once or twice or something. So I don't have any specific memories of ever playing it, but like I can't say with 100% certainty if that I never did. But I know I didn't know anyone that had it, and I never rented it. I had played some Super Punch Out when I was a kid. My cousin had that game, so I know that one somewhat. I know the first, I know roughly the first half or a third of it. I thought he was getting back up. I knew King Hippo before I ever played Punch-Out. Because he's featured prominently in Captain N, the Game Master. He and... I think it's him and Eggplant Wizard from Kid Icarus, which I've also never played. They're like the Bebop and Rocksteady of the Captain N world. Hey, what up, John? Welcome in. You loved Captain N? I never saw it very much as a kid. I saw a few episodes, but it was pretty rare that I came across that one. I think I have a DVD of the series. I should sit down and watch the whole thing. I don't know. Part of me wants to watch. Yeah. Mega High. Mega Man was green, and he uses the word mega all the time. And Kid Icarus, who is named... Kid Icarus is supposed to be named Pit, right? But he's named Kid Icarus in the show, and he says... And he puts Icacus at the end of everything he says. Like the same way Mega Man puts Mega before everything he says, right? I was always distracted by the princess. So part of me wants to watch that whole series, but part of me is worried that it'll spoil things from games I haven't played if I dive into it too deeply. So what I need to do is find a list of every game featured. I need to find a list of every game that was referenced or featured in the entire series, play them all, and then go and watch the whole series. Hey, Pokemons, welcome in. Sadly, I have not defeated Tyson. I wouldn't want you to miss it, but I also wish I had already done it. I have mixed emotions about sharing that news. Hope you're doing well today. Hope your drive went smoothly. Can't get past Tiger's flurry punches lately. Gets me every time, Greg says. I had trouble with that earlier tonight. I'm usually pretty solid against him, but he gave me some trouble on run 2. Okay, doctor refuses to work on my issue. Wants more tests. That's Stanford for you. If it's not 90% or higher, they won't touch it. I'm sorry to hear that. Back to square one? I thought he was just gonna hide up there. Pretend Bald Bull is my doctor. Jelly and I got a good report from the doctor today, so we were pretty happy about that. I, of course, always kind of, because I'm puddle glum, I always keep a position of guarding my heart, but we're feeling pretty good about our ultrasound today. So we were having a little celebration. Let's go. That was a good start to that round. Got to see San Francisco today, just like you're seeing New York. In a video game? In the past? On a jog in a pink onesie? I was driving by. Saw some guy who looked a lot like Little Mac jogging. Look on his face was, I'm listing 1,000 things I'd rather be doing right now. I imagine I have that look on my face when I do my stationary bike a lot, especially toward the end when I have the resistance turned way up. When I'm doing the last mile to mile and a half, I've usually got it cranked up to maximum. And every turn of the pedal takes so much effort. It's like, And then I turn it down just by 1 notch to do my cooldown at the end, and just that one click from 8 back to 7 is after a mile or so at resistance 8, when I click it back to 7, it just feels like nothing. Oh no. Oh no, Soda Pop! Soda's bringing his A game. Definitely feel that. Going down one notch on my rowing machine goes from heck to comfy. I'm gonna have to get a rowing machine. I wonder if I got one. I wonder if I could fit it down here in the game room. I didn't think about that before, but if I... It's a dangerous line of thought. It's a dangerous line of thought. I shouldn't think about moving my furniture again. I shouldn't think about moving my furniture again. It never ends well. It's like $300 for one. You can get them really cheap. It's been on my mind to get one for a while. I don't know that I'll do it right away, of course, but I think it would be. I think it could be a good investment. If I used it only like if I used it even half as much as I use the stationary bike, then it'd be a worthwhile investment. I've been a bit off track this week. I've missed my last few workouts, so I need to make a good effort to put in my time tomorrow. Been a little distracted and a little stressed. Oh no. It's from being Little Mac so much. He's not got a great like position if you're looking for someone to like trade lots with. Little Mac is a tough guy to be. Covers 86% of your muscles. Excellent cardio. Brings down your cortisol levels rather than raising them. It's like walking on steroids. Mm. What? I'm practicing for our romantic row on the lake. I think I'll sing in made up Italian instead though, because having been born in Italy, I'm more inclined to a romantic row through the streets of Venice. Though I think in Venice you like push along with a pole, right? Fair enough. Surely the strength is transferable either way, though. It's all upper body. Friday the 13th on NES had romantic rows on the lake, too. I like that game. Friday the 13th is rad. The lake is one of the like more difficult parts to defend about that game. Because it's annoying that you're so helpless when you're on the water. But I like that game overall. Oh, I'm doing real bad. I'm doing real bad. This bald bull too. He is crushing me. Oh no, I think I'm dead. Oh, thank goodness. Thought I was gonna have to try. I thought I was gonna have to hope to win the decision. That was rough. I have virtually no connection to Italy. Like I was physically born there, but my parents moved back when I was still extremely young, so I don't have any memories of it. And I'm not like Italian by heritage. Like none of my ancestors that I'm aware of are from Italy. I think I technically had dual citizenship for a while, but I think it lapsed. I don't know. I don't know the details of it. But I've never like gone back. I would like to say I would if I had... If I suddenly came into a lot of free time and money, I'd like to say I would, but I really don't want to fly internationally again. I've had enough international flights for one lifetime. Yeah, when it's 20% more authentic when I bake a frozen pizza. He was killing a lot of time there. No. Oh, no. Oh, nice. I thought that was only the second knockdown. Okay. Let's have a good Macho Man, please. Let's have a good Macho Man fight. Baby Man has learned to say Dr. Seuss. He, he'll pick up one of his books and walk around saying Dr. Seuss, Dr. Seuss. But so the interesting thing is, like, he seems to know which books are Dr. Seuss books, because he will pick up actual Dr. Seuss books when he says Dr. Seuss. And he doesn't say it when he's holding non-Dr. Seuss books. Not that I've noticed, and of which he has many. But I wonder, like, you know, because, like, he doesn't understand, like, the concept of, like, an author or anything like that. So I wonder what Dr. Seuss means in his mind. Because he knows which books are Dr. Seuss books, but what makes a Dr. Seuss book a Dr. Seuss book as opposed to a non-Dr. Seuss book from his perspective? I really wonder. Maybe the art style? It's an interesting category to have learned. Yeah. Like, because he's got Fox and Socks. He's got two different editions of Fox and Socks. One of them is, like, this big, and it's blue with the fox on the cover. And then he's got, like, the full-sized, like, regular one that's white and orange, I think. And both of those he'll say Dr. Seuss. And Green Eggs and Ham, he's got a big edition of Green Eggs and Ham that he'll call Dr. Seuss. And he's got, what is the other one? Walk It in My Pocket, I think it is the other one that I'll call Dr. Seuss. Or I Can Read With My Eyes Shut, that one too. So he knows these are Dr. Seuss books, but yeah, it's just very interesting. He's a visual kid. He learns by seeing. He loves books. He's very good he'll just sit and flip through his books and sort of babble and pretend to read. He'd spend a long time doing that. And if I need to distract him, just handing him a book he hasn't seen before or one he hasn't seen in a while is like a really good way to occupy him for 3 minutes. It doesn't take him that long to flip through all the pages if I'm doing something really interesting. Oh. But his the books are currently his favorite toy. He would rather sit and flip through and play with a book than he would play with any other toy, it seems. He had really liked trucks at first. He's got a few trucks, and he really had before he started to walk. He had really liked playing with his trucks. But he doesn't really play with those so much anymore now that he's walking. Staple all the Dr. Seuss books together. Bam, Dr. Seuss novel. All right, it's time for our bottle of water and our final Tyson of the night. Whole bottle of water for good luck. My brother and I were watching Jungle Book in the theater. My brother stood up in his seat and pointed at the screen and said, You snake." I don't know if that's an actual line from the Jungle Book. I'm not really familiar with that film. I know there's a snake in it. But I don't know the story or the characters of it. He was not happy with Ka. Oh, here we go. Ba-dum-ts. Oh no, I dodged too early. Turn it around. No, I dodged too early again. No! My third run's usually my best. Now it's going to be my worst. Aw, rip. That's so bad. Oh, that's a bad way to end. That's a bad way to end Punch Out for the night. No. Welcome in. Skewer? Skewer the Black? Grateful to have you with us. My friend Tony told me not to say his name backward. I said, why not? Ba-dum-ts. Yeah, sorry I stumbled over that for a moment. It's a consonant cluster I'm just not used to. Guess the water bottle is just a superstition after all? No way, Zergling. I must have done something wrong. It definitely can't be the superstition that's an error. It has to be me. Unfortunately, that was our last run at Punch Out for the night. We will play it again. The quest to beat Tyson will continue, but our last bit of time here, I want to hand over to Dragon's Lair before we wrap up. I want to make a run or two at that game. Thank you for the follow, Skewer. Very much appreciated. If you're a big Punch-Out fan, I'm sorry that you're coming in right as I'm done with it for the night. But I've been at it for 3 hours, and I don't have the stamina to do it for that much longer. We're connoisseurs of terrible jokes in these parts, Cal says. Terrible jokes? Who tells terrible jokes around here? I don't know of anyone whose jokes are terrible. Yeah, that's a shame because Run 2 is so good. That was a that was basically matched my PB on the second run, but boy, that third attempt, that was pathetic. I didn't get anywhere. I didn't get anywhere on that one. Oh no. I accidentally sprayed Axe body spray into my mouth, and now I speak with an axe scent. Oh, I've not heard that one. I don't think I'd heard the Tony one either. Alright, so let me switch games here real quick. This will take just a second.